The Talking Heads burst onto the music scene in 1975. Their unique sound and captivating performances earned them a place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Their story started in a small music hall in New York City, CBGB. David Byrne was the Talking Heads founder and frontman.
One of the things that CBGB did, they would welcome acts that didn't have record labels and promotion and marketing and all that kind of stuff, and yet you could perform your own material. That was a huge thing then.
Byrne hasn't forgotten where he came from. He's lending his voice to the cause of saving small music venues at risk of closing for good because of the coronavirus pandemic.
I see these smaller venues as being essential in that chain of venues that keeps the whole system healthy.
Byrne says that right now, during the pandemic, the audience is missing that unifying experience.
Experiencing something together with other people and kind of reacting at the same time. We miss that. Sadly, I think it's going to be a while before that really comes back.
Byrne and hundreds of other big-name performers signed a letter to Congress on behalf of the National Independent Venue Association, or NIVA. A survey of NIVA's more than 2,000 members found 90% of them say they will close permanently without federal assistance. Earlier support programs have not helped because they were tied to payroll. And if there are no concerts, there's no work. That's painfully obvious outside the bitter end in New York City's Greenwich Village, where you can still see flyers for upcoming shows in March that never happened. A moment frozen in time. Paul Rizzo is the owner.
We've been here for 60 years. You know, we went through 9/11 and we went through disco. This is very different because it's everywhere. It's a global thing.
Some greats who grace this small stage include Bob Dylan, Joan Baez, Etta James. In recent years, it's been a launching pad for new talent, including a teenager named Stephanie Germanotta in 2005. She went on to become Lady Gaga and returned to play the bitter end in 2016. She's among those who've signed that letter urging Congress to help small venues. It's not just the music halls that are suffering. Rizzo says his venue is a destination that helps surrounding businesses.
For the 75 people that show up for my show at 7 o'clock, let's say, by 8:30, 9 o'clock, they're done and they're filtering out and they're going to the restaurant across the street or they're going to the pizza place on the way home. So they're feeding the local economy.
Rizzo and other owners are not sitting idle.
There's going to be one table here of 6, and 6 feet away there's going to be one table here of 6.
He's got a plan. Under socially distanced guidelines, he can host 65 people. Normally, it's 230. Maybe enough to keep the bitter end from meeting an ironic fate. With some help, he and thousands of small club owners hope that when the music starts, they'll be left standing.
You need to have the kind of energy and innovation flowing from the smaller places, and it filters up. If you don't have that, then eventually there's going to be nothing at the top.